Russia and Canada. Two powerful nations separated by oceans, yet bound by the frozen expanses of the Arctic. For years, their relationship has been marked by cold diplomacy and wary standoffs. What started as a cautious acknowledgement of each other's existence across icy waters is slowly evolving into something much more serious, a simmering tension that could soon lead to an outright confrontation. But what exactly is driving these two Arctic giants toward potential conflict? In this video, we'll explore the key reasons behind the rising tensions between Russia and Canada in the Arctic, and why this cold, isolated region might soon become the hottest point of conflict. The Arctic, at the heart of the tension. The Arctic, often seen as a desolate and uninhabitable place, is becoming an increasingly contested region. The central issue: control over the Arctic Ocean and its valuable resources. In 2021, Russia made a bold claim to extend its territory in the Arctic by over 270,000 square miles, a move that would bring Russia's boundaries right up against Canada's exclusive economic zone, essentially infringing on Canada's front yard. The exclusive economic zone is a maritime zone where countries have sovereign rights to exploit and manage resources, including drilling, fishing, and shipping lanes. Russia's claim, if approved, would extend far beyond Canada's exclusive economic zone, infringing upon parts of its continental shelf and even encroaching on areas that are claimed by Denmark. This move was viewed by some as a diplomatic maneuver to test the boundaries and open up negotiations with other Arctic nations. However, Canada saw it as a direct challenge to its sovereignty. By 2023, the tension had escalated when the United Nations Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf approved most of Russia's claim to the Arctic seabed, including the Lomonosov Ridge, a highly strategic area stretching towards Canada and Greenland. Despite Canada and Denmark filing overlapping claims, the issue is unlikely to be resolved soon, giving Russia a significant upper hand in the Arctic. A battle for resources beneath the ice. So, what is driving Russia's actions in the Arctic? The answer lies in the vast wealth beneath the icy waters of the Arctic Ocean. According to estimates from the U.S. Geological Survey, the Arctic holds at least 90 billion barrels of oil and 1,669 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. For a country like Russia, where oil and gas constitute a significant portion of its economy, securing control over these resources is not just a matter of national pride, but economic necessity. In fact, oil and gas revenues account for up to 60% of Russia's exports and 20% of its GDP. Without access to these resources, Russia's economic stability could be at risk. This reality has made the Arctic a region of critical importance for President Vladimir Putin's government, and it's why Russia has aggressively sought to stake its claim in the region. In his words, the Arctic must be protected by all means. Russia's military buildup in the region only reinforces this stance, demonstrating its resolve to secure control over these resources. But oil and gas are not the only commodities at stake. The Arctic is also home to valuable fish stocks, and as climate change accelerates, global warming is pushing these fish stocks northward, opening up new fishing zones. Russia already relies heavily on Arctic fishing for its food security, with about 1/3 of its fish catch coming from the region. In a country where food insecurity is a growing issue, expanding access to Arctic fishing waters is seen as a national security priority. The Arctic shipping routes, a key geopolitical asset. The Arctic is also of growing importance due to its potential as a global shipping route. The melting ice is slowly opening up the northern sea route along Russia's northern coast, a key waterway that offers a shortcut for shipping between Europe and Asia. By 2035, Russia hopes to turn this route into a competitive corridor that could rival the Suez Canal. This would not only generate significant revenue from shipping fees, but also allow Russia to deepen its influence over global trade. In addition to the Northern Sea Route, the Northwest Passage, which runs through Canada's territorial waters, is also becoming a more viable shipping route. The Northwest Passage, once a mythical and elusive passage, is now on the brink of becoming a reality due to the rapid melting of Arctic ice. If fully navigable, the NWP could cut the shipping time between Europe, Asia, and the Americas by over 4,350 miles, making it a highly desirable trade route. However, the Northwest Passage lies within Canadian territory, and Canada views any attempts to control it as a direct threat to its sovereignty. As the Arctic warms and these shipping routes open, both Russia and Canada are jockeying for control over these critical maritime passages. The strategic and military implications. The stakes in the Arctic are not just economic but also strategic. Russia has ramped up its military presence in the region in recent years, investing heavily in new military infrastructure and technology. The Northern Fleet, based on the Kola Peninsula, is one of the cornerstones of Russia's military strategy in the Arctic, housing advanced nuclear-capable submarines and a variety of military assets designed to assert Russia's dominance in the region. Since 2005, Russia has reactivated several Soviet-era military bases in the Arctic, modernizing them to host new-generation military assets, including advanced missile systems and air defense technology. In addition to its naval buildup, Russia has introduced over 50 new icebreakers, including nuclear-powered vessels, to ensure year-round access to Arctic waters. These icebreakers are essential not only for military operations, but also for supporting commercial shipping and energy exploration in previously inaccessible areas. Russia's military activity in the Arctic is a direct challenge to NATO and Canada's interests in the region. Over the past decade, Russia has also deployed sophisticated radar systems and enhanced its capabilities in electronic warfare. These advancements give Russia a significant advantage in monitoring the Arctic and complicate any potential NATO response. Canada's response and its strategic dilemma. Canada, meanwhile, has recognized the growing threat posed by Russia's actions in the Arctic. However, Canada has been slow to respond. The country's military capabilities in the Arctic lag behind Russia's by a significant margin. While Russia has a network of military bases and advanced technologies, Canada's Arctic defense infrastructure is outdated and underdeveloped. Canada has pledged to increase its defense spending by $10 billion to bolster its Arctic capabilities, including upgrading its radar systems and acquiring new surveillance planes. However, many of these initiatives are still in the early stages, and Canada's military leadership has expressed concern about the country's readiness to effectively counter Russian aggression in the Arctic. The slow pace of these preparations has raised alarms among military experts, who warn that Canada could be caught unprepared if tensions escalate. Furthermore, Canada's involvement in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine has only added to the strain in its relationship with Russia. Canada has provided significant military and financial assistance to Ukraine, a move that has drawn Russia's ire. In response to Russia's military activities in the Arctic, Canada has increasingly emphasized the need for a comprehensive, whole-of-government approach to Arctic defense. This includes investing in artificial intelligence and other advanced technologies to enhance Canada's military capabilities in the region. What's next for Canada and Russia in the Arctic? The Arctic is becoming a key battleground as both Russia and Canada vie for control. For Russia, it's about securing critical resources to ensure its economic future, while for Canada, it's a matter of sovereignty and tapping into valuable energy reserves. The region holds not only oil, gas, and fishing rights, but also strategic waterways that are crucial for global power. As climate change opens up more of the Arctic, the stakes are higher and tensions are rising. While a direct war may seem distant, escalating military presence and resource competition are pushing both nations closer to conflict. The Arctic's significance is undeniable, and its future remains uncertain. Will diplomacy prevail, or will a confrontation be inevitable? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching, folks. Russia and Canada, two giant ice cubes in the global punch bowl, battling it out over the Arctic. Will it turn into a Cold War, or will they chill out and find a way to cooperate? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, this is one icebreaker of a conflict, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or I might just start claiming your backyard as my own.